What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the Winning Bucket. I'm Onin, that's Aaron, that's Mongab, and today we're going to give you our Western team's predictions. Start off first with the number one pick, Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs.
I just want to see 2 to 5 games of Wembanyama and then forget that the Spurs exist, like we always. I'm not gonna cap. I'll never watch a Spurs game not unless if Wembanyama drop like 30 points or outrageous stat line that we had to all pay attention to.
If Wemby is actually gonna show up and in the Spurs win games, that's gonna make me wanna watch the Spurs games. But the Spurs are back at national TV because of Victor Wembanyama. They actually have a good core of young players like Jeremy Sokan, like Keldon Johnson, Sidi Sissoko, and Trey Jones, and players like that. And also they paid Devin Vassell in a $146 million contract. They just want to progress their core from there, and I'm just excited to see how this team develops.
For me, I want to watch Wemby. That's it. I just want to see how Wemby goes. I know what his first month will be a bit bad because might be a bit bad because he's still adapting to the game. But I know post All Star or those before All Star around January or December, he might already adjust to the game and he might be good. So we'll see what happens. But I'm excited. I'll be watching Spurs games. Now let's go on with one of the most shocking decisions, maybe, or signings, and that was the Houston Rockets. They signed Dillon Brooks and Fred VanVleet. What are your predictions for this team?
I was gonna say bottom feeder, but that's too generous for them. So I'm gonna say the third bottom feeders of the league because I mean there is no dog in that team because the Rockets they do not have a future because their future literally got released. So Jalen Green, good luck.
They were winners of this offseason until free agency started. The draft, we got core players, okay? And free agency started. They signed Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, Jeff Green, Jack Landale. Like, what the hell are you doing to your young core? You need to build around your young core, not sign veterans who might be disrupting their future.
I would call them role players, not veterans, because they're relatively productive for their age.
Core they had with Jalen Green, Jabari Smith, Alperen Sengun is, I think they're just destroying it with adding with their signings. I'd say play in at most. I don't think they're making the playoffs.
Controversial take though, but I can see the point. But for me, I'll be watching this team because this team is fun. Because they've got like Jalen Green, they got Jalen Green, now they got Dylan Brooks, they also got Fred VanVleet, and I also want to see the progress of Emin Thompson and Cam Whitmore. Dylan Brooks could be the mentor of Cam Whitmore, Fred VanVleet can be the mentor for Amin Thompson, which is might be good to see because like after Fred VanVleet signed, they're already running with Jalen Green in the mountain, so it might be fun to see. I want to see the progress of how this team goes. I like this team. This is one of my favorite young teams to possibly watch. I might see them in the play-in or possibly 11th seed. Let's go on to the Trailblazers who just traded Dame. What are your predictions and thoughts about this team?
For the Trailblazers, I expect nothing from them. Even if they had Scoot Henderson, who is going to be the future of this league, their expectancy is nothing because there is no way to build around Scoot except maybe Aiton. Even he's alright, I guess. But yeah, expectations for Blazers, lottery pick team.
So I agree with that. And yeah, there's not really a player to build around. Other good players, I mean, they're not a core around this Portland Trailblazers aside from Scoot Henderson and maybe DeAndre Ayton. Like, you need a core of young players. They have Scoot Henderson, and Fernie Simons. Wonder why Jeremy Grant signed that contract. And he's gonna be trade eligible, I heard, by the trade deadline, and they're expecting to be some offers for him to get him out of there. Yeah, but Scoot is gonna be fun to watch this season, though. Sorry.
Yeah, that's facts though. Scoot will own this team and maybe him and DeAndre Ayton will get a pick and roll. Who did they get for Drew? Like, who did they trade to remove Drew?
Malcolm Brogdon and Robert Williams.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I could see that. That's fine. Like, I could see Malcolm Brogdon be the mentor for Scoot, so that's okay. But like Robert Williams and DeAndre Ayton together, no spacing. So that means Robert Williams will go to the bench, which is sad to see because he was a good center or a great center for Boston, and now they traded him. So I don't know what to expect, but I know Scoot will have a great season this year, and I hope now he might be going for also Rookie of the Year because I have him as my favorite to win Rookie of the Year. So yeah, that's what I expect. I could see them like lower seed. Now let's go on to the Utah Jazz. Thoughts, predictions for the Utah Jazz.
What's the lineup?
Lowry
uh,
Markkinen,
Jordan
Jordan
Clarkson,
Clarkson.
Colin Sexton.
Who else?
No,
Yeah. I can't think of John Collins. That's the
John
big move this
Collins.
offseason.
John Collins. Walker Kessler.
Yeah, right.
so
It's not really.
there's no splash in this team. I guess play in. Maybe if they get lucky, play in. What's their seeding last year?
12.
I don't.
12. 12.
12. Yeah, they could go for play in. I see them improving from last year, especially Jordan Clarkson, who came off a amazing run in the World Cup in the Philippines. So I could see him having motivation to bring that confidence from the Philippines to the NBA. But yeah, but our expectation maybe a play in like fighting for the 10th or 9th seed.
I don't see this team making the playoffs. Aside from getting John Collins, I don't think they made any significant moves. Aside from the draft, they also got some good players from the draft too. And I was expecting to have Lowry Markkinen play the same level he did last season. Yeah, this team is just gonna make the play-in, but at most, I don't see them making the playoffs again. I don't see them making the playoffs this year.
For this team, I could see
Sure.
a like tall lineup because like Laurie Markkanen will be in the 3, John Collins will be in the 4, and Walker Kessler will be in the 5. That's a big team, but I'm interested to see how the spacing will look like. The John Collins is the guy that they just got, well, aside from Taylor Hendricks and Keontae George, who are rookies, whom are very good in college. So I'm also interested to see how their development goes in Utah, and they might be good role players. So I'm excited to see that. But yeah, I could see them play in the Dallas Mavericks, who played in Abu Dhabi and lost their first
Abu
game
Dhabi.
with Minnesota. So what are your thoughts and predictions for the Dallas Mavericks?
It's a preseason, so it doesn't really count. At the same time, it does show a little bit of what your team is expected to do for this season. So I expect the Dallas Mavericks to make the playoffs at least just makes the playoffs, but not 8 seed or like the playing teams because Kyrie and Luke already have chemistry. It's just a matter of the role players actually doing their job as role players, complementing Luka and Kyrie. Because I can see Luka taking another step, becoming the top 5 player of this league. Yeah, top 5 player of this league because he was not last year. His name was removed from the top 5 conversation. So yeah, let's have Luka comeback season. Let's go. Let's get back to the playoffs.
So the Dallas Mavericks, as you know, Luka's expectations is one of the favorites to win MVP again. So as you know, Kyrie was acquired in the mid-season of last year. I think they were just the reason they did not even make the playoffs last year is not even the play-in last year is they just building the chemistry like the new core they lost Dorian Finney-Smith and the Spencer Dinwiddie and players like that. So they just did not have what you call it a chemistry good enough to win games last in the second half of last season. And this year it's only developing, and I'm expecting Luka and Kyrie to be better this year and win more games, and they actually make the playoffs, not just play in. I mean, not play in, but actually playoffs, like the first to sixth seed of the West. So they'll be better this year with acquisitions like Grant Williams and Seth Curry and Derrick Jones Jr. I think they're just gonna be better this year.
If I could remember when they got Kyrie after the trade deadline, I think trade deadline, yeah, they were bad. Before they got Luka, they were good. Then they got they got Kyrie, they were bad. So I don't expect to see that because I know if you get traded from the trade deadline, you only have little chemistry or team chemistry with the players, so like it goes down. That's happens in my league, and that happens in real life as well. So I think now when right now they're together, so I think their chemistry will be better, their ball movement will be better, and with them having, I think they got like Seth Curry back, so it will be good. You have shooters right there where Luka can pass and Luka can rely on. You have a okay defender or a good defender in Grant Williams in the paint, and Dwight Powell has Derek Lively, and I hope Derek Lively will be a good center for them because they really need a big man. That's what I think Dallas needs. They really need a big man. But I hope na
Why is Dwight Powell still here, bro?
yeah,
It's annoying that he's still here.
Dwight Powell there and Rashawn Holmes they got, so like I hope they will be good. So yeah, I could see them going for like a top 7 seed. Like they could be in the play in, but high for me it will be like in the 6th seed. So yeah, that's my predictions for the Dallas Mavericks. And now let's go to the team they played against in Abu Dhabi, which is the Minnesota Timberwolves. So their predictions, expectations, and thoughts for the Timberwolves.
Surely Ant-Man will become a superstar because he was already an all-star last year. So superstar is the expectation for him. Yeah, again, another player that should take his confidence from the World Cup to the NBA because he was really a contributing player for the World Cup. So I expect Minnesota with with Ant-Man being the leading player for this team to carry them to the 7th seed, 6th seed even. Because yeah, the expectation for him rather high. For Karl Anthony Towns, he's just a mid guy at this point. He's an all star, I guess. But yeah, it's gonna be Ant Man's team now. 7th seed.
The Minnesota Timberwolves, as Aaron said, there's Anthony Edwards is gonna have high expectations for this season, and as huge of a leap that he took last season, it's gonna be even bigger this season, and this actually might be the season where he becomes a superstar. And along with other their players like Carl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, the other players are just and they can work to build their depth just to like to make the team better and actually have even better expectations.
We expect Anthony Edwards to really level up his game this season, and I think he might be an all-star this season. Which is a good thing to see, and which not be a surprising thing to see. It's fun to see Anthony Edwards taking the leap and becoming like one of the all-stars this year. And I expect Towns to have like a decent all-star, maybe like in the line before all-star type season, and Rudy Gobert to be good offensively because that's what they need. And I heard he's taking threes, so we might see that this year. So should be crazy to
Hello.
see. Should be crazy to
Hello.
see. But like it might happen though. He made a three in the World Cup, so I think that will be like 8th, 9th seed, play-in seed. Speaking of World Cup, let's go on to one of the players who really made a huge impact in the World Cup, and that's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And now let's talk about the Thunder. What are your thoughts, predictions, expectations for the Oklahoma City Thunder?
I did not really expect Shane Gilgeous to be a first team All NBA. Let me make that clear. Um, yeah, in our initial list of first team All NBA players, Shea was not on my list. But I'm not hating on him nor doubting him at all. In fact, I was surprised, and then when I did see his stats and the contribution he did, he does deserve that first team All NBA ballot. Yeah. So for the Oklahoma City Thunder with Chet Holmgren coming back, I expect them to have a play-in push, heck, even a playoff spot by the end of the season. It's just a matter of the other young core like Josh Giddey to do something, and yeah, playoff spot, lower seed, thanks actually. So it's time for them to showcase what they can actually do.
With OKC, their core is good, and I wonder why Victor Oladipo is there, but Anyway,
Same though, same.
Oh yeah, he's back.
Same. I don't know if he's there
yeah,
though. But he might help, other young core. But like, yeah, same though.
yeah. But anyway, the core was Shea, Chet Holmgren r- making his debut this season. Uh, they made the play last season, so they might just progress from there. Considering how tight their Western Conference playoff race is, they might not even make the play in this year. And players Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams. Uh, I think their core is good and they could they're progressing and they might even be better than what everyone expected. I'm expecting Shea to be playing at the same level as he did last season, and they're just gonna go from there.
Based on what Aaron said, I remember na I have Shea first team, and both of the chat
Um,
with you all.
mhm.
So like,
Mm.
I could possibly see him going for another run for that MVP title, which is like a possible run. But this team, if the top teams won't take the in-season tournament seriously, this is my favorite team to win that in-season tournament. So yeah,
I,
it will be fun because I like Shea, I like Chet Holmgren, which is making his debut. I like Jalen and Jalen Williams, so it will be good. And I like Josh Giddey. So this is one of my teams that I will be watching because I like to watch Shea, and I have them possibly again going for that play-in spot or go and try to get that 8th seed or the 7th seed because we know how tight the race is for in the Western Conference. So we might see them again in the play-in, but I hope and I really hope that Shea will take another level step up. Josh Giddey will take another level step up. Chet Holmgren will have a potentially Rookie of the Year type season, and we will see the Oklahoma City Thunder be one of the best teams in the West, top 8. So yeah, I have them in the play-in 9 or 10th or 8th seed or 7th seed. Now let's go to the New Orleans Pelicans. What are your expectations, thoughts, and predictions for the New Orleans Pelicans?
Is Zion gonna play?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
for now, he
If
will,
it,
but huh?
if he's not playing, no expectations, zero. Bottom seed, bottom feeder. Don't care. I really don't care. If Zion plays, maybe 10 seed. I'm generous. Because it's been what? It's been drafted 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. He's going to be in the league for 5 years now. And his counterpart, John Morant, is already an All NBA player, an All Star, and already achieving second round playoff success. But his ass is eating chips and going on a diet or whatever. I don't really care, bro. Or having baby mamas. It's really disappointing for the number one pick, who was regarded as the next LeBron James before Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, so the expectation for the New Orleans Pelicans, it really depends on Zion Williamson really doing something. If he's not gonna stay healthy, then the expectations is none, zero. Yeah, disappointment for Zion. It's not a bust, but it's just a big disappointment. He
Yeah,
needs to play more.
I agree with that. The biggest thing for Zion is health. He needs to stay healthy because you know how good he is when he's in the court, and if he gets injured, what then that's not gonna help at all. And maybe it's time for CJ McCollum to get out. I don't know if they need to do some progress. And another thing with Ja Morant going to the second round, even the third pick who was RJ Barrett has already made the second round. It is.
It is what it is.
It is.
As a New York Knicks fan, he is doing better than Zion. He is. He is.
But yeah, I don't really have any expectations for this team playing at most. Remember from the last season, when Zion was playing, they were first seed at some point. It was at the beginning. Then he got injured. They just fell down. They were losing games, and ended up being in the play-in tournament.
For me, yeah, I could see them remaining the same and be in the play-in 9th seed. If Zion plays, might be 8. Los Angeles Lakers. What are the thoughts, expectations, predictions with the oldest person in the game right now with LeBron James and Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers? What are expectations and thoughts for this team?
He said, wrong clip. He said, and then, yeah, that's for fun. Anyways, so the Lakers, if actually I saw TikTok of this, if the Lakers win the 2024 season, LeBron James will cement himself as the greatest of all time with no debate. Michael Jordan is sucking dick with ring number 5. Anthony Davis will have his second ring and will solidify himself as a top 8 player of the league once, if they ever do, um, yeah, achieve that. So the expectations for the Lakers is to contend, of course, because they have role players that are so contributable to any other team. It's just a matter of how they can gel together with LeBron and AD. So that's just not me dick riding on the Lakers right now, but that's the actual fact of the expectations for the Lakers contending. The seeding doesn't really matter because we saw that last year. The seed did not matter, and they just still beat the number 1 seed. So yeah, contending. That's all.
Yeah, I agree with that. They're gonna be contenders this year. I'm not gonna talk about their seeds because it doesn't really matter. They reached the conference finals as a 7th seed, so which means that if they're even a higher seed, there's even more expectations for them to, and a better opportunity for them to win it all. So, I'm expecting LeBron to be the same LeBron that we all know and love this season. And for Anthony Davis, did you see that his goal this season is to play all 82 games?
You did.
Do you think it's gonna happen?
Possibly.
In the playoffs, he was good. He was banging
Right.
the post a lot.
Right.
He was rebounding a lot. I
Right.
was scared, but yeah, he's
Yeah,
physical.
there were times when we were scared. Everyone gets scared when Anthony Davis thing
Or falls
has falls down. Like everyone who was watching TV and everyone who is watching on the crowd like holds their breath. And I'm just glad to see that he went back to the Anthony Davis that we all know last season, although he had some injury a little bit. But that was just it. Aside from that, he was good and was really like the number 1 option that he should be doing if he's healthy. So, like I said, he without any injuries, Davis is the number 1 option of the team. And the role players, I'm expecting them to be great. They had a huge off season signing these free agents. I'm expecting Austin Reeves to be even better this season, considering
Borderline.
how good. Considering how good he was in the
FIBA
what's it
World
called?
Cup.
FIBA World Cup, and having so many fans in Manila, and
Austin, you're him. You're him, Austin.
For
yeah,
me.
there are off-season acquisitions in Cam Reddish, Gabe Vincent, Jackson Hayes, Christian Wood are gonna be good.
Holy
Okay.
shit, that's a very good lineup. Whoa!
I don't know who will start at center, but I heard that they're trying to put Torian Prince at the 3. So it might be LeBron in the 4 and Davis in the 5, and D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves in the backcourt. I don't know how to take with that information as of yet, but I would want to see maybe like a Jackson Hayes if AD doesn't want to play the 5. It can be a Jackson Hayes, or like you can have like Christian Wood because you got Christian Wood and you know how good Christian Wood is if he's healthy. So yeah, with their acquisitions and signings in the free agency, I think this will be a good, very good team and has a good depth. So yeah, I could see LeBron having another All Star season, Davis having a great season, good chemistry with this team, and this will be a top 3 team in the West. If everyone is healthy and everyone plays well, this will be a top 3 team in the West. But one thing is for sure is that I want to see Cam Reddish playing time because I know how good he is. So that's what I want to see. Cam Reddish playing time. So yeah. But yeah, Cam Reddish came back. He became just defensive player for the Lakers one time. So I want him to be more
Who?
offensively. Cam
Who are
Reddish.
you talking about?
Cam
Oh, Cam
Reddish.
Reddish. Still him. Yeah.
So now let's go on to the Sacramento Kings who had a great season last year. What are your thoughts, expectations, predictions for the Sacramento Kings?
Dark horse. Most definitely a dark horse. 1 to 5 is their seeding expectations. Because when teams like that perform, and the expectation is to keep going, to improve, to improve. So the Sacramento Kings should improve, even though they did not do anything, like no trades, no signings. They just let the offseason play out. Just dumb because the Aaron Fox is here now. Like the Aaron Fox is literally in his prime, and they have to take advantage of that. So the Kings should really do something if they really wanna go beyond just a game 7 with the Warriors, bro. So 1 to 5,
Right.
with second round aspirations.
Right. So Sacramento Kings, light the beam. They're still gonna light the beam again this season. With I think they're just gonna the same expectation as last. Maybe not the same expectation because last season they did not have any expectations. This year they have expectations since they made a huge progress last season. They almost beat the Warriors, but almost is never enough. But last season was a huge success for them. Even though they were just a first round exit, it was a huge success. This year, I think they're actually gonna make the second round. Doesn't as we talked about earlier, the seeding doesn't really matter. They didn't really make any significant moves aside from getting JaVale McGee and Chris Duarte. I don't know any, and that's not really significant. Not that I would say.
Chris
Just
Duarte
more.
as Kings. No, I did not know that.
Yeah, he's there,
He's
and no one talks
26.
about it. Yeah, no one talks about it, but yeah, that's one of the off-season moves that they did, and the Darren Fox and Domantas Sabonis connection is gonna build even more. So high expectations for this team. Uh, Second round, possibly. Maybe not. Maybe conference finals. Maybe. But
Wait lang. For me, I like this team, and I think they will still light the beam. So I think they're going with 4th, 5th seed, because I think with the addition of Chris Duarte, that will really help their depth. And I know they will still run it back because their system was so good last year that it's bad if they won't run it back. So they will run it back with a better pick and roll with Domantas and then they run Fox. So it will be very very good now, good system. So yeah, I could see them maybe they could surprise us again and be the 2 seed or possibly the 1 seed. But for me, we could also see it in the 4th and 5th. So either them, it would be 1 to 5. And yeah, they will have maybe as well second round game. So yeah, we'll expect them to see in the second round. That's my predictions as well. But 1 to 5, Sacramento Kings. And now let's go on to the Los Angeles Clippers. Thoughts, predictions on the Los Angeles Clippers.
3 to 6. Um, wait, I just saw a video of the Kawhi, Westbrook, and PG having a 3-man weave, and Kawhi was not into it, bro. As every basketball player who has been coached before would always tell you to fucking run when you do a 3-man weave, and that man Kawhi just said, I'm not feeling it. He said, Anyways, for the Clippers, their aspiration is to contend, but the lower seeded type of contention, so 3 to 6 seed. They might even fall off to the 7th seed. So it really depends on the health of PG and Kawhi. Westbrook will do Westbrook things. I do not think his prime is over. Like he was just minimized his role in the Lakers, and I never thought of Westbrook as a guy that he lost his prime. But he is an annoying player to play with sometimes when he does turnovers or things that should not be done on the court, and he still does it. So aspirations for contention, of course, because they're all getting old and they want to have a ring. That's all.
These are predictions before possibly maybe the James Harden trade. So if the James Harden trade happens next week, this is the prediction
There's a
before it
trade
happens.
coming.
Maybe, possibly.
Right.
There are talks right now.
Yeah. With Kawhi, PG. I'll be honest with you. It's been like how many years now? Ever since they like 5 years. I don't know. I don't really know what to expect from this team. With Kawhi needs to like play more games because he's a good player. There's no doubt about that. He is a great player, but he needs to play games to have even better expectations for this team. Uh, Same with PG though. I saw a meme where Kawhi and PG are playing 1-on-1, and then whoever wins is gonna rest next game. And yeah, I don't think it's gonna. They need to play games, and they have a good enough core of players like Norman Powell, Robert Covington, Nick Batum, and Zubac and Marcus Morris. So these stars actually play. They have high expectations. So they can actually contend if Kawhi stays healthy and PG too. So yeah, that's my expectation for it. I don't know what to expect from this team.
Me too. I don't know what to expect from this team because we don't know yet if James Harden will get traded. So we don't know yet what to expect for this team. But I think they will remain the same with the new rule that no two All Stars should be bench or take a rest. I think Kawhi will be playing more games this season. So yeah, we will see what happens. But yeah, I could still see them in maybe the fifth or sixth seed, possibly seventh. So like maybe possibly play in as well. So like we will see what happens with this team. But yeah, fourth, fifth seed, I can see them. So now let's go on to the Golden State Warriors. Thoughts, predictions, expectations for this team.
We're not winning a ring. At that, I'll tell you that. Because Clay Thompson's gonna play fucking power forward. Are you fucking serious? A 6'6" gonna guard a fucking power. You're going to guard Giannis Antetokounmpo, Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid, fucking Alfred Şengün, and say I'm better than them? No. We are not gonna fucking win a title if the fucking power forward of this team is fucking Clay Thompson. No. There is no championship aspirations. Although I would like championship aspirations, this would make a great documentary for Steph Curry that he didn't need a center to fucking win a championship. But that doesn't how you play basketball. You need at least a 6'10" guy to play fucking tall trees in the fucking NBA world. So there is no championship aspirations, but third seed is the best that I can hope for. And for the Warriors, I hope Draymond Green plays like his 2016 self, like at least 5% of it. Because, bro, you fucking suck. He plays defense amazingly. But offensively, he threw. Remember that fucking semis in the Western Conference? He threw it to fucking Wiggins or Clay, I forgot. And LeBron stole the ball. Do better. As an Athenian would say, do better. That's all.
As you know, every team Chris Paul has joined has always improved from last season. So I could see them improving in the regular season.
Hello!
But no, they were the 6th seed last season. I don't think the road games are gonna be an issue anymore as it was last season. So I think they're gonna improve in the regular season. I don't know why they signed Rudy Gay, but they did. So
They signed a fucking guy. He's fucking 20 years into the league, bro. I thought they were gonna sign a fucking center. No.
could have signed
Yes.
Bismack Biyombo, but they did not. They signed Dario Saric.
Who hasn't played in a long time?
He played last season.
The last memory I had of him was he was still a Phoenix Suns. And that's
Getting
it.
injured in the finals. Yeah.
I remember
Eh,
defending that statement to JP and Cabo, and he said, "Oh, yung sama ni Dario Sarge pag Anthony Davis ang kalaban mo." May pag si Giannis nagbantay kay Dario, kaya din niya. Dili.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about Jonathan Kuminga. Maybe he's gonna improve and take a leap. I don't know.
Forgot his bitch ass. That 7-2 guy. Anyways.
They didn't sign Andre Iguodala back, so I don't know.
Eh.
He hasn't officially retired yet, so yeah, I can only see this team as improving the regular season. Not, I don't know about how they're gonna carry that onto the playoffs though. That's what I'd say. Yeah.
They don't. They need to sign a center. That's the number one thing. Because if you look at it, you only have Kevin Looney. Yeah, you only have Kevin Looney. Draymond Green. Yeah, you need to sign a center. So I don't know what to expect for this team. Maybe 7th or 8th seed, and they might do trades along into the season, or maybe possible trade deadline as well to get a center. But yeah, I don't know because we've got shooters. We've got Chris. I'm interested to see the Chris Paul and Steph Curry. Because if you remember, if Steph Curry plays off ball, he's one of the best. So, or the best off ball player. So it will be in fight. It will be interesting to see and excited to see. But yeah, they need to find a center. And I just noticed na Kuminga is there, and you have Rudy Gay. Their nickname will be something crazy, but yeah, that's all I can say. um, yeah.
Gay concept.
So, so, so for me, I could see this team as maybe a possible fifth, sixth, or possible play-in if they won't find the center. But if they could get a center, this will be a 4 seed. And I hope for a Steph Curry great season again, and a good Chris Paul season as well, because that will be fun. So yeah, Kuminga and Rudy Gay together, that's crazy. So now
Mm-hmm.
let's go on to the next team who has the ton of all stars, and that's the Phoenix Suns. Thoughts, predictions, expectations for this team.
Most definitely championship aspirations. Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant. No more Cameron Payne, diba?
Nope.
Or
No more. No one from the 2021 finals team aside
Except
from Devin Booker.
Damn. Oh, never mind. 6 seed. I feel like at the middle of the season, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker are going to have an argument of who's going to take the last shot. It's just a matter of alpha pride thingy. And Bradley Beal's going to be like, so 6 seed. Their aspirations is, of course, to be a championship. But as the core goes, there is nobody there. Name one good role player better
Eric
than
Gordon,
no.
Grayson Allen. Other than who? Sorry.
Anybody other than the role players of Nuggets. Yeah, exactly. You cannot.
There's no one significant at least.
Yeah, so 6 seed at most, 5th seed if you're lucky.
So I really have high expectations for Devin Booker this season. I don't know if he can gel with Bradley Beal though. I know he already had something with Kevin Durant, but I don't know if he can. Like, I don't know if Bradley Beal is gonna fit into Devin Booker's playing style. That's the big thing here, because they need them to like figure something out in order for them to win more games. And I don't think their depth has changed at all. I mean, it did, but it's not like still the same depth. Like, although they lost those players from. They lost a lot of players from last year. This is a totally different Suns team from the team that made the finals. Yes. Only Devin Booker remains, and this team has been building around him ever since he was drafted. And I'd say just as a fan of this team, I'd say just the second round is good. Although I'm expecting them to do good in the regular season, and I'm hoping Book stays healthy. And because if he is, he's arguably a top 10 player in his league. And I think it's the second round again. I don't think it's gonna be as great as a NBA finals as they were like 3 seasons ago.
For me, it's really championship aspirations. I could see them being a top 5 seed as well. Because I don't think now in the early parts it will mesh that well. Because like
Yeah.
who would you who would you rather have taking the last shot? Booker, Durant, or Bradley Beal?
Eric Gordon. Just fuck it. Why not?
Oh, ikaw
It's gonna be Bol Bol.
speaking of
Bulbos in the is his son?
speaking
Yeah,
Bol
yeah,
Bol,
yeah,
I
yeah.
want him
Yeah.
to
What
start.
about him?
I want him to start. It might be crazy, but I want
Yeah,
him to
right.
start.
Is that's if Nurkic is fine with coming off the bench.
Yeah, and he might
He's fucking injured anyway.
that's
Yeah,
also the
right.
problem. He can get injured. But like yeah, start Bol Bol because it is cool. It is cool to watch. Yeah, but that would be the problem for the Suns. Who would take the last shot? So like it will be like a and it will be Durant most of the time, or if they're Booker, depending on the play. So like it will be a problem for like chemistry wise. It will take time for them to gel that well. So it might see them in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seed, but possibly if they won't lose, because I know this is like everyone's favorite in the playoffs. Let's say playoffs already started. This is the team to favorite in the playoffs. Like if they lose to like say Memphis Grizzlies or the Denver Nuggets, then damn this team.
Another European.
Yeah, another European.
I don't know who that. Maybe it's gonna be Victor Wembanyama. Who knows?
Oh, but like I love their bet. I love what they got when they traded, when they got the trade, for they got the bench depth. Like everything was well, because that was the problem when they got Bill. They don't have bench depth anymore, and they don't have money. But they did find ways on making their bench even deeper. So yeah, it's good to see that. And Yuta Watanabe will have another great 3-point season. So yeah, I could see them 1 to 5 seed. Yeah, 1 to 5 seed. So now let's go on to our last two teams. Let's go with the Memphis
Put it
Grizzlies.
in a.
Thoughts,
Oh,
predictions, and expectations. I'm gonna start first. If if let's say Ja Morant won't play 25 games and they don't have Tyus Jones, I hope Derrick Rose will play good, because I know they need a point guard. Like they need a backup point guard, and I know Derrick Rose should be like a third point guard right now. I know it's painful to say that.
No.
who's the second point guard?
Yeah,
Nice.
There's no
Oh, he's
Tyus
not
Jones
there.
anymore. Tyus Jones is not there anymore. So yeah,
So who's the backup?
it's Derrick Rose.
Uh,
It's Derrick
yeah,
Rose.
he's second point guard.
Yeah, it's Derrick Rose. They don't have another point guard. They don't have another backup. So it's really Derrick Rose.
6 man.
So
Let's go 6 man.
yeah, he can go 6 man. So like that's what I want to see. Like I want to see like a good Derrick Rose season, hopefully, because in the first 25 games, John Morant's not there, and with them, they got Marcus Smart, so good defensively. They're very good with that defensively because they lost Dylan Brooks, so they got someone even better defensively. But they're just small because I don't know the height of Marcus Smart, but I know he's smaller than Dylan Brooks, so it's small. Their depth is good because I know this is a team that loves to build around the draft, so this is good. And they also got Josh Christopher and John Morant, so that will be cool. And
Right.
I don't want to say anything about Josh Christopher and the video, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Morant comes
Right.
back. It will be a good season for the Memphis Grizzlies, and I'm excited to see this one. But I also hope as well Kenneth Lofton will be good defensively, and Jaren Jackson another defensive player of the year season. So yeah, I could see them possibly top 5.
Guns N' Roses. That's all. Number 1 seed. Number 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. That's all. Because the Memphis Grizzlies are the only team that has solid role players and they know each other and they have a superstar. And yeah, that the number one thing that the team needs right now in the West is chemistry. And we all know that every single team, besides the Denver Nuggets, do not have that. And I could see the Nuggets and the Memphis Grizzlies fighting for the number 1 seed.
I don't think I'm gonna watch any of the first 25 games because Ja Morant is the reason why I watch a lot of these games. And depending on who they play against, I don't think I'm gonna watch any of the first 25 games. And for They're before Ja Morant comes back. I can see Marcus Smart as their point guard and Luke Kennard as their shooting guard, and then Derrick Rose will remain the backup point guard. So when Ja Morant comes back, Kennard comes to the bench and Ja Morant goes back to his starting position. And I have high expectations for Jaren Jackson Jr. and Marcus Smart on the defensive end of this team. So it's gonna be tough to score against this team. And considering that they have the two previous defensive players of the year, and Derrick Rose needs to at least good enough, maybe not back to his MVP form, but just need to be good enough to contribute to this team.
I thought you were
Expecting
gonna say Derrick Rose come back to his MVP form. I wish. I wish for
I wish
him.
maybe, yeah.
Cause,
So
Cause like imagine, bro, John Morant is like the young Derrick Rose right now. Then like you have
mhm.
Derrick Rose coming back to his MVP form. Highlights
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's tough.
Highlights everywhere.
So yeah, my expectation for this team is I don't know. I don't know what to expect because Ja Morant's not gonna be there for the first 25 games. Come playoff time, uh, maybe second round, maybe conference finals. But yeah, we'll see.
And lastly, we have our defending champions, the Denver Nuggets. What are your thoughts, expectations, and predictions for this team? Do you think they will go back to back or not?
Repeat. That's the golden rule of every NBA champion. Repeat. The only time that an NBA champion fell apart was the Golden State Warriors after 2017 when KD left, and the Nuggets are into lose. So expectations for the Nuggets to repeat, even though they lost Bruce Brown. I think that's the only guy they lost.
Jeff Green.
Jeff Green. But nobody cares about Jeff Green. He's too
Here's
old.
the other rotation player. But yeah, go on, sorry.
And Bones Island mid-season. So aside from Bones and Bruce Brown, it does hurt to lose them, but expectation for them is to repeat. It doesn't matter what seed they are. Repeat is the must. Especially that Jokic is happy to be back in the NBA. Insert quotation marks of happy.
Side
He just
quest.
wants the season to get over with.
Hey, come on.
Alright, you got. It's my turn now. Denver Nuggets. Can they repeat? Will they repeat? I would say possibly. Although they lost a big part of the reason they won last year, Bruce Brown. I think they can figure something out, and come playoff time, they're gonna be really great again. Maybe the first seed. They're gonna be the first seed again, or maybe 1, 2, or 3 seed, and be good in the regular season. As aside from Justin Holiday, I don't know what else they did in the regular season. I don't know who else they acquired. It's not really their same starting five. Their bench led by Christian Brown, and who else? And Peyton Watson maybe. I don't know. Those are 2-year players who are gonna be leading their bench. They could work on their depth. That's one thing they can think about when they come to the trade deadline. Their depth.
For me, I could see this possibly championship again, but I think Jokic ain't happy because he played another 2 more months, so he might be the reason why they will lose. So
Oh man,
tuyuon na niya.
back to the NBA, I guess.
Tuyuon na niya para makadula siya with his horses early. So yeah, they lost Bruce Brown, which was very painful, but I think it's okay for them to lose Bruce Brown because they saw the improvement of Christian Brown. So I think he could be the one to help them off their bench. But it's still painful to lose Bruce Brown because you cannot replace Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown is one of the most useful players in the league. So yeah, I think Christian Braun will fit that role. And yeah, hoping for another championship. But yeah, they need depth because based on their roster right now, I think they need more depth. So they've got Hunter Tyson, which is good. But they also got Peyton Watson will have an improved season, so he might be in the bench already. So and Julian Strother, who's like the rookie right now, and he was good in 2K. So I really hope he'll be good as well. So yeah, championship back to back, possibly, but the league is already crazy since last year. It's already way different. So we will see what happens because the preseason already started and the season will start in the next couple of weeks. So those are our predictions for the Western Conference teams. Leave a like and subscribe if you want more videos like this because we'll be dropping videos coming up soon. And shout out to Darkwing and Fry Up and Brotein Bites. If you want to order, if you're Davao and you want to watch games, just
We're back,
order
by the
in
way.
the
We're back.
description box below. Alright, I'm Onin, that's Aaron, that's Mongab. We're the winning bucket. We'll see you all soon. Peace.